yesterday we had the annual general meeting of the Service of the Buddha, and because of the our talk is slightly late, but the topic that I have been given to speak on is the Maha. The chanting of the Maha, everyone knows that. But the purpose for which why I am taking this subject, so that
Possible to hold it for a person, but it's not.
it will assist.
It's not
the maximum-
close enough. It's not close enough. Yeah. Now like that, it's fine. That's it.
Yes. The maximum benefit of listening to the Paritta. You have all these words. Normally, before the Mahaparitta is chanted, the devotees come for the bhikkhus who were there, and certain verses are chanted. And it's this Vipatti Patibahaya Sabba Samsiddhya Sabba Dukkha Vinasaya Sabba Bhaya Vinasaya Sabba Roga Vinasaya Paritta Bhuta Mangala. Paritta Bhuta Mangala. Please recite the noble Paritta, the sublime Paritta. For what purpose? Vipatti Patibaha. So that you ward off Vipatti, or calamities. Sabba Sampatti Siddhya. So that you accomplish all your sampatti, siddhya, accomplish all your prosperity. Accomplish your prosperity. Sabba dukkha vinasaya, sabba bhaya vinasaya. That is without. It means to eliminate, vinasaya, to get rid of the destruction of dukkha, of sorrow, of bhaya, of fear, of and also yoga, ill health. Please recite them. So that is what the layman is recited, after the bhikkhu say, but that's the meaning is that. So it's a request done by the layman, lay people, to the bhikkhus who are there, trying to recite the sutras for the prosperity of ourselves, of our country, and everything we can do that. So it's something that the Mahaparitta, we have different types of Paritta in the Mahaparitta. When you speak of it, there is, all of us have heard of the Varuparitta. Now, Varuparitta is seasonal, Varuparitta. Or sessional, you can say sessional, sessions. So there are 3 sessions, 5 sessions, or 7 sessions. And normally it's 3 sessions. Start in the evening, then in the morning, and then again in the evening, and so on. Sometimes it's 5 sessions, sometimes it's 7 sessions. And in that also, the recitation is what we call the Mahaparitta. The Mahaparitta, which I will be discussing later on. But what is included in the way of the Varuparitta are the components or those sutras that are recited in the Mahaparitta. Then the second type, we have the all-night Paritta. The all-night Paritta is called the Tispaya. Sometimes it's called Tispaya. Now it's interesting that the pair, that's a single pair, single hour. The single hour is 24 minutes. So for a normal hour, normal 1 hour that we have, that we use now, there are 2.5 single hours for that. 24 minutes, 24, 48, 12, it becomes 16. So there's 2.5. And it's called the all-night period because according to our tradition, or tradition that we followed in this, the day starts in the morning, sunrise to sunrise. But now we are used to a day at 24 midnight. So that may be because of the birth of Christ. It could be that. But the influence is that. But earlier tradition is that we start this span. The day is from morning to the next morning. So we start in the long night period. It starts in the evening, and then the whole night, and then we end up in the morning. And also in that period, in the what we call the all-night period, this period, we start by reciting the Maha. So it's interesting that now we say in the Varu period and also in this period, the all-night period, that's the beginning is the Maha. So that's another important aspect. Then also there is, and both is, we could have the Varu period and the all-night period in any place. In the temple, now say in these days, the end of the retreat, possibly in many of the temples, we have the all-night period. That ending up with the Patina income. So that's what's happening. But there is also a thing called the Sati Piritha. You may have heard of that. The Sati, 7 days, Piritha, 7 days. So 7 days is interesting. It's for 6 days, the morning, noon, and evening. It's again the Maha. The Maha is recited in the morning, in the noon, and then in the evening again for the 6 days. And besides the Maha, after the Maha, as we know from the all-night, there is the Yuga. So that means 2 months or 3, 4 months. They chant from the Mahaprabhu. So all of us know the Mahaprabhu. We'll discuss about the Mahaprabhu. But that's how it is. So in the Sati period, there is the Mahaprabhu, then the Yuga Piritha, the Mahaprabhu, the Yuga Piritha, like that. And the whole night also they recite the Piritha from the Mahaprabhu. And in the 6th day, there is, the 7th day is very important, not in such a period. There is, normally, as you know, before even a sermon or the period, the devas are invited. The devas are invited to present. And that's a normal custom because in the time of the Buddha it happened that when the devas not invited, they came to the Buddha and said that we also like to listen. So that's why the invitation goes out before the period. Ritual or something like that is the Devarada. But here in the Sat period, there is a very particular thing. There is a Devadut there. They will be a messenger to God. It's sent from the temple to in a Devada to a place where the God. And they have proposed, tell him, or invite, cited in their site, and invite the devas to present at the temple for the final Satbit So the ending is that. So it's a very there is much organization that is required. The certificate, it's not like something like the one Piritha and the other one. There's no organization, there is no coordination that is required within the temple and the lay people and the lay committee. So we form a committee, and all those things are written down in a thing called the Sannas. They write it down and called as the Vanapirit Katipana. It's called Vanapirit Katipana. So they write down the Vanapirit Katipana. They say, oh, all right, the Mahapiritis at this time, the Bhikkhus come at this time, all those things that has to be done, the Kilamas has to come this time. So everything is there is a agenda, it's called the agenda. The whole program is there, and which has to be followed by both the temple laws they are ready at that particular time, like that. But it's interesting, it's called what they call the Vanapirit. So this the Devadurupaya goes out and then they comes back and reports to the Vihara, chief monk, that I've conveyed this, and they will be coming, and after that, the Atmana is there. So there is it's called you must have heard of a thing of Asta is later Gorokanda Asta. So they will do their comes and reports back, and also there is a Vihara Asta. So like that, all these things are in the Mahabharata. So the interesting thing is that, the Atha Sutta is normally recited in a particular way, that it's a sort of a exorcism, to get rid of the bad spirits there. Because what was mentioned was, even the month devas, all are not called Samyak Dishtika, Samyak Dishtika, that means the devas who are accepted. But there are the others who are not. The Yapas, others, or the Yapas, I mean, not the Yapas. There are people who are not accepted the 5%. So they don't like the 5%, but they ignore, and they also, there are the people now, there are devas who come and create problems in the temple or anywhere. So Data Natya Sutta is a particular sutta, it is recited in a particular way, and then also it's stated that before that they don't, the bhikkhus and others are vegetarians, they don't take any, and because that's the important aspects are there. But what I mentioned was that all these things are in a book which is in very many homes. It's called the Maha. So I think it's very interesting to know that all this spirit, the type of spirit that we have, the sessional, the seasonal or sessional period, and then the all-night period, and then the week-long period, all those that are chanted is in the Maha Piritha. And Maha Piritha, I think all of you have that in your homes. And many of our, in our Buddhist homes, we have the Maha Piritha. And the Maha Piritha normally is kept, it's in the shrine, and they keep it in a maybe sacred place or some place where it will be easily accessible. If you have the evening devotion and you want to chant it, so it's there, the Maha Piritha is there. The Maha Piritha is, I was reading, you must know when Vedas say there's translation of the Maha Piritha, and he mentions a very interesting thing that he mentioned, that it is called the Bible. We call it the Bible, the Buddhist Bible. Inside and I even in my at Vajiraramaye, there is a particular monk who got in at the age of 9, and I asked him, he said, yes, it's very necessary that they study by heart the Mahapirita. It's called Chatu Vana Vara. Chatu is 4. Vana Vara sessions. 4 sessions. Pali is a Pali. Chatu Vana Vara. So the Mahapirita, the technical term that is used for Mahapirita is Chatu Vana Vara Pali. Pali is the pen. That means it's in Pali. It's the language used by the Buddha around Magadi. So Chatuvana is the 4 sessions. So in 4 sessions, the sessions, what are the sessions? There is sessions and a session that Mahapirita is being chanted, and after the Mahapirita, there is the other sessions that are there, which are, the preliminary is there. So after the preliminary, then we chant the Paritta. In the Mahaprabhupada, there are 24 sutras. There are 24 sutras. And before the 24 sutras, there is the earlier section, which includes the Samane, the one sections, which most of the sections are the Samane, that's the Samane Panya. Panya, the questions that are asked by the Samane. Then the 32 impurities. And then also there is the remembering, the reflection of all bhikkhus before you use the 4 Paritta. That means when you use wear the robe, you take meal, and when you take or when you take medicine, all those the 4 Paritta that you know. The all of us have to recite, say, 4 Vajiraramaye. Before we take our meal, we reflect on why we are taking this food. So the reflection is there, the whole Neo Madaya, Namadaya, Namandaya, Nambhusanaya. Yavadevi Masakaya Satitya. That we take this food, Masakaya Satitya, so that we sustain ourselves. Sustain. And also to get rid of the hunger. The hunger. And then it's very interesting. After that, they say, if to get rid of the pain that we have, as a hunger is a pain. So we have, and also it says not to take too much, because there is a pain also if you eat too much. If you don't eat, also there is a pain, and if you take too much, also there is a pain. So we have to be moderate. So that type of reflection is there. So all this shows that the conclusion is that the Chaturmanavara Bhakti or the Mahaprabhupada is for the novitiate, the Samane, the monks, or for the bhikkhus. And we have to study that. We have to learn it by heart. And so that it will make the life of a bhikkhu easy. Everything. It's because when Piritha mentioned this as the Buddhist Bible, because in the Mahaprabhupada, every aspect is there. The main, the Bojjhanga, the enlightenment factors are there, the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, then the first discourse is there, then we have the enlightenment Bojjhanga and the other aspects, the more important aspects of the core teachings of the Buddha, you can get it from Mahaprabhupada, it is mentioned there, it's there. So that it's even if a person doesn't read the entire Tipitaka, Tipitaka is I think volumes also the volume. It's not necessary that we read Nikaya, Majjhima Nikaya, Samyutta, all those Nikayas, even like Marx could, but maybe at the time they early announced easy to get the Tipitaka by, and also it is possible to get it on even in the the URI, you can't get it, any, it could be. But if you find earlier times, when books are rare, it's very necessary that there is a sort of a catechism that the people, the minimum should be known by the monks. And that minimum is there in the Chandra. And that's a very important aspect. And in that Chandra. And then, so these are some of the things, the important aspects of the period. Is that what is used is the book. It's a compilation, not only of from every Nikaya, Jataka, and I'll say to take the more of Piritha, or that's people that comes from a Jataka. But the thing is a connection. We do not know at what time, but it's mentioned. There has been an inscription. There is an inscription of Passover the Thero. So that is in the 10th century, 929 or something. That of an era. And even that period, it is mentioned in that particular inscription, slab inscription, that it's a condition to get initiated in the monk. So that means before you become a monk, it's necessary to have to know the Chandra. So it's so important. It's during that time, it's we do not know at what stage this happened, but this record is there that the Chaturmana has been there existing for more than 1,000 years, I think, 1,500 years. So that the people have been using that, and the monks have been learning that. Even in Pirivedas, even now, the monks have to study that and learn that. And because by knowing that, by heart, it's you get the gist of the Dhamma, the main argument teachings of the Dhamma, the Dhamma could be had from the Maha. So that's a very important aspect. So then I think another aspect that I would like to the Maha Paritta. Now, why do you call it the Maha Paritta? We have the Maha. Now, Maha appears in the canon in very many places. Now we have the sutras of disposal. Now, one disposal, you can say, Chula Hatti Padokna Sutra. And there's the Maha Hatti Padokna Sutra. Chula Malumya Sutra. Maha Malumya Sutra. So this has been translated by Buddha Bodhi, Chula as the shoulder, the greater, the shoulder. It's not lesser. Chula means here less. And we have in the Vinaya Pitaka, we have Chula Vakya and Maha. Those are two important sections of the five books related to the Vinaya Pitaka. We have the Chula Vakya, Maha. So then the word Maha is there. And also, when we think of it, we speak of the Mahacheti. Now, when you speak of the Mahacheti, that's our mind goes to moderate side. All the other Chetis are not Mahacheti. So there is a Mahacheti. So the Mahacheti is the one with Messiah, or think of the Mahacheti. So this in the Bible also that called the Mahacheti. So there is a Mahacheti, that's the Chedi comes from Chedi. Yes. And that also, we have in various places the chief name. So the Maha has this meaning of great, right? But I prefer to call it the foremost part, the foremost part, because it's not great. Why? Because it's there in all. The Maha Paritta we see it in is called could be the main Piritha or the main Paritta or the chief or the foremost, but that's something that is very volatile, versatile. You can use it in many places. The Maha Paritta is chanted within the Sikh Vedic would go and chant some of the suttas in the Maha Paritta. Then if there is something a good occasion at home, we invite the monks and say, let's chant, and they chant the Maha Paritta. So that the Maha Paritta is something that is very popular, that is being used, commonly used, commonly chanted. We see that. And that's important because and why is that? It's something that I discussed that when I did some kind of research. There was an article in 1981 by Professor Lily De Silva. She was professor, assistant professor, University of Ceylon, Pera. She was contemporary of mine, University of Tamil Nadu. And she had written a very interesting article on Paritta. It's and there it is mentioned that in the Mahaparitta, there the Ajanta Sutra in the earlier period, the three suttas, the three discourses that are chanted is the Mahamangala Sutta, or the Ratana Sutta, and the Ajanta Sutta. All these I do not know, but what was this? It's mentioned there that some of the elders, but at some one time, and the first time that it is seen that this change is in the Vanapirit Patha. In the Vanapirit Patha, it's for the first time, it is mentioned that the discourses in the Mahaparitta is the Mahamangala Sutta, Ratana Sutta, and the Karmini Sutta. So, and she surmises that it's due to certain changes that happen, social changes that happen in Sri Lanka. And that social change came with the coming of colonial powers. The Portuguese came, and the Dutch, and then the Britishers. All those, the Portuguese, when they came with the Bible in one hand, and the sword in the other. It's mentioned there that the Inquisition, there was all those injunctions, all the rules of God, and they were asked to convert people, and even the effigy of Dharmapada was taken to Lisbon and was baptized. So the thing is, they came to conquer these countries, and which happened in 1505 when they came up to 1606. The first period of the Dutch came. The Dutch also there is the Anglican. They also want to spread their religion. The British is also saying they want to spread their religion. And many, as you know, many change their names. They so many things. It's all written. You see the books, the book written by Father Pharaohs, they've been translated by Father Shekara, of Jesuit monks, and it shows the kind of, the problems that people had. And see from books, it's really very, very bad period, worse than what is now, when you think of it. And as you know, we had the disguises with the ones, there was time of kids, you can get 5 months who have taken the suffer in 5 months. That's the determination that has been there during the time of the colonial rulers. And then the most important thing, how is it possible to keep the people with the temple? It's a problem. You know, the bhikkhus, as bhikkhus, we have the main responsibility is to return the Dhamma and to spread the Dhamma, not so that in the way that the Buddha said, if there's anyone who is Saddha, who has a Paritta, Tesa, Amata Saddha, who has open ears, want to listen to Dhamma, we have to explain the Dhamma. And that's the duty. So it's very necessary at these times to keep the people with the temple. And I think one of the vices that was used was the period. Because of the period, and the temple and the people, there was a close relationship between the peoples and the village. They went to the temple, they went to the village. When there is any kind of problem that happens in a village or in a home, they invite the bhikkhus, and the bhikkhus also, go and chant the hymn and bless them. So this kind of thing, it's soothing. If you listen to the Maha Piritha, it's extremely soothing. And that's something that we have to be. One of the reasons, yes, mentioned is because of the social changes that was happening, and in order to keep the people with them, with the bhikkhus, makes the device. And even now we saw this, if we organize all of us like to listen to the thing, and then we do that. And then let's now take something about what is the idea of marketing, or what are the attributes. Now, when you think of the Maha Piritha, now even now, just after our AGM, Etena Satcha Vajiraramaye, Etena Satcha Vajiraramaye, the truth, the power of the truth, assimilation, truth. That's important. Satya Kriya, or Satya Kriya. So in all this, if you chant, say the qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, you end up by saying, Etena Satya Vajiraramaye, Sabbarogo Vinasya, Otateja Mangala. Or this thing, anything, we say that with the power of this truth, may you be all right. May there be prosperity. May the illness, ill health, cure. So this is something that's we have to. So that one of the things that we have is that Satya Kriya, asseveration of the truth, and that asseveration of the truth is important. Another thing that is pervading all that is karuna, is maitri. Is maitri, because you can't, if you want to get the best benefit of the Parittas, I have to have a heart which is loving kindness, and should have loving kindness, metta, force, compassion. And if I don't, with a hard-hearted mind, it's not possible to get the best. So it's important that the loving kindness and the karuna, the compassion of the bhikkhus who are reciting. And that also you should say that even the Buddha, there is nothing, is always he yata vadi tata parita tata gata. That there is no what, so there is a power of the truth is highest when the Buddha utters it, or when the Arahant utters it. But there is nothing more different. In our case, we have, of course, because we are still not Arahant. We are still not so uncertain. But whatever it is, we can have those thoughts of loving kindness and compassion. And that's what we have to do, everyone. So in the same way, that's important in getting the best. Just as in the beginnings, the way people also listening to should be virtuous, should have those heart of receptiveness should be there. That mind of receptivity should come there. And it's done in such a way that the Maha, ensures that first what we do is, as you know, we all do that, even here, you take the 5%. With the Tisara, that means Tisara means that we have confidence in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dhamma. I take refuge in the Sangha. Because I take refuge because I have confidence in the Buddha. Now, that's the difference between the Buddhist and a non-Buddhist. The non-Buddhist also can follow that. The precepts are there, or universal. The 5 precepts are universal. And for a good society, whether it's Christian or Buddhist or Hindu, anything, any society or world society, the 5 precepts are something that if you can preserve, you can have a society that respects the 5 precepts, it's be a very good society. But the difference is that we have confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Because we don't end with that. We all want higher happiness of permanent nature. All what we are doing with Nibbana, we say we want Nibbana, that is because we want happiness for all times. That's why we want Nibbana. That's why we call it discipline. Because with that development, we are not disturbed. So the important thing we take, the first thing that we do is we take the 5%. And then after 5%, then we have chanting of the so Swapada and Supatipada. Those are the qualities. So those qualities, the qualities, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha are repeated by us and everyone. And that's the remarkable. It's actually at that particular time, if you really think of the qualities of the Buddha, then only, then you say, they are such a much. Those qualities are real. Those qualities are true. And it's because of the power of that. May I be, you can say, may I be, you can chant Paritta for yourself. So, may my problems be. So the thing is, it's an assimilation of truth, and that's important aspect here. So after the three, the qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, then the recitation comes with the Mangala Sutta and the Ratana Sutta and the Kamala Sutta and so on. So the thing is now, why is it? Now, what's there? The important thing is, what is there in the Mangala Sutta? You think of the Mangala Sutta. It's a sutta that will take you, it is, it will make your mundane life happy or successful, blissful. Mangala. First thing that he says is, Asivanacha Bala. Now, this is anyone, whether he's a Buddhist or a Christian or anyone, human being. Asivanacha Bala. Do not associate with those with wrong thoughts. Your father would be a person who is not taking the 5%. He would observe the 5%. That is a killer, who's stealing, who is sexual misconduct, who lie, who take intoxicants. There's that type of person. Don't try to associate with them. We know that everything happens with that association. Any person who has gone wrong There are so many instances where people go to prison and then when you discuss with them, it's wrong association. The wrong association, and that's why the first thing that the Buddha says, associate, do not associate with wrong people. What's happening even today could be that how is it that children take to liquor or sometimes because association, wrong association. And then a sevana chabala, panditana sevana, but associate with the good. And that's extremely important. Association with the good is something that the Buddha has stressed right from the beginning to the end. And when, as you all know, when Bhikkhu Ananda, when Ananda told, it's half. No, sir, don't say that. My entire dispensation is Kalyanamitra, is good relationship. It's a good relationship because at any time, till you become a person who's steadfast, a steadfast person, that is around, who doesn't change. Anything you could change. And there is so many instances, there's something, your mind changing. It's not possible to have that firm determination that you have had. All of a sudden, for some reason or other, changes. And so it's at that time that we need a good friend. You're in the wrong part, please come back. So that's right. Aseva Nachabala, Panditana, to say this. From there, against, let's say, that charge give reverence to anybody. It's better say they pray only the big groups. But if they are good people, give reverence to those who charge here. Any person needing reverence. Your teachers, your elders, all those people, you have respect them. So that's the essential things for a good person to go forward in life. And if you take all that, if you recite them, then coming back to the next one, he says, Paturupa Desa Vasuja, living in a good environment. You know, if you are living in an environment where there is what we call drugs and it's very difficult to get your children out of it. Things so that an environment is important. Say that type of thing, then that goes on like that. That's it. And then it goes on, then say, Maha Satcha, the need what you have. Maha Satcha, that means you have to be knowledgeable. We're knowledgeable. If you go to school, like you go to university, like you all that. So Maha Satcha. Maha Satcha is you can do skills all the life. The skills. So the thing is, you will be knowledgeable, but you will not be skillful. Maha Satcha is it's important thing. Is discipline. You have to discipline yourself. Each person has to discipline. Anyone is associated Subhan and this kind of association. Then it goes on like that. That stands. Then comes all such as a bunch of videos people. Yes, I spent the Maha, then looking after your parents. No, like that. Along with that, you see Dara Dhammacharya, generosity, Dara Dhammacharya, and your life, on a righteous life, righteous living. The Nyata Kami Sangha, and your relations are there. That we talk about. All those things are important in making your day life. And what I want to say is that this is in the sutras, but in this particular combination, what's happening is that we are reminded by these sutras, the lay people, of the harder essential of living a good life. You can repeat it and say it in such a chain like that. But here, if you know the meaning of this, it's something like, I would say, like the Buddhist catechism to the whole, the monks, the, the Maha Paritta, Chatubhanavarapan, I would consider that the catechism for the layperson is the Maha Paritta. It's the Maha Paritta. You know, if you study that, and then you see the change even in this. But from the verse, Arati Virati Papa. Now say Arati Virati, that's, you have to refrain from doing bad things, wrong things. Sabbapapas, that is Sabbapapas. Now you're getting out of the path. Arati Virati Papa. Panchapana is Sadhana. And what is there in Buddhism? The Buddhism is mental development. There is no heaven. Our ultimate goal is not heaven. When we do good things, we'll be born in heaven. When we do bad things, we'll be born as Tirachino, anything. But the important thing is development of your mind. And it's not possible to develop one's mind if you take liquor, because the slightest doctors and everyone know very well that even if you take a beer, there is a change. It could happen. So the thing is, Arati Virati Papa, Manchapana Desanya. And then you say, Apamade, and be diligent. Apamade Dhammesu. In your Dhamma, in your be diligent. And goes on like that. All those qualities that are there. And finally, when you move along that path, as mentioned in that, you come to the stage, approach of Brahmacharya, and then approach of Brahmacharya. Then you say Arya Satcha, and you see the four noble truths. Arya Satcha. So that's what it is. When you see the four truths, understand the four truths, you are in God. And when you are there, you are steadfast, and then you are in the heaven. With all the vicissitudes of life, all of us are facing, every day we are facing that. Whatever the vicissitudes of that we know, you know, Logadam Chittam Yasa Letam, your mind will not be shaken. It will be happy. So that's the state, because Nibbana is not a state for next life. Nibbana is state for this life. It is something that you have to get it, enjoy. And the Buddha enjoyed that for 45 years. Arhants also enjoyed that. Enjoy that. So the thing is, the highest bliss to attain that system that is mentioned in this sutta is not necessary as we do the words of the Buddha. We take many suttas and discuss. But really, if you live up to this, in the three suttas, make it your own, make it yourself, within, to be reached the highest. Then after that, what happens? The Ratana Sutta. After that, we get the Ratana gems. So gems for the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. And you see very interestingly how through that, because we know it by heart, the inclusion of that, the Ratana Sutta also that we know certain main aspects of the Dhamma. So you take this of Dhamma, you say, Panti, yes. So the second, sutta, we have about the sutta, about the Dhamma, and then also about the qualities that's in there. Now, in that we learn, I would say, we learn, say, taking the particular sutta, say, Yamrup the Sepato Panivam used to cheats. Then all that, when their mind is steadfast, or Yesu Payutta Marisa Daldena Chittam So they are, in that particular verse, you see that, you are free, that you get your nirvana free. You don't have to pay, it's only that you have to uh, spend your time on that. You have to spend your time. Your time is your work towards that. That thing is free and you can enjoy it. And also it is mentioned, the Arya Satchali Vibhavya, Gambhira Panya, you understand that. There is no eighth birth. There is only 7 births. So the thing is, they are by listening to the Ratana Sutta, the qualities of the Buddha, the confidence is built further. The qualities of the Dhamma is there in 2 verses, the 2 verses, the Dhamma, and then the Sangha, there are 7 verses in the Sangha. And then you understand, by becoming a Sotapan, by becoming a stream enterer, which is important. It's only when you become a stream enterer, we become a saver, that we become really learning, a learner. We are now pre-learners. Now we become a learner, we have to become a saver. And there, when you reach that, then assurance is given that there won't be 8th birth. There is no 8th birth. Arya Satchani Vibhavyanti Gambhira Panyena Sudesitan. Then it says there is no 8th birth. There is only 7 births. And then also it goes further in the other one, Savas, the qualities of the fetters that you get rid of. The fetters supply the picture and seal up the Paramahansa. So that means all your earlier wrong actions, you don't do that after that. That's why you become a saver. Sakai, you're thinking that yourself is the soul. With the condition that you are, I am me, I, me, and mine. I myself, this body is mine, this body is I. And that's the notion, that's the avijja that we have. The moment you get rid of that sakai, there is a condition, the dharma root of the difference between them. And then we say, yes, that's the first step to go forward. Because everything that is barring everyone's progress is that deep attachment to the I that we have, the ego that we have. Freud speaks of ego, the ego, the I. It's extremely difficult to get rid of. But the thing is, and the first thing is to get rid of that notion of this body is the I. True enough, and I identify Anija because he is from you. The Rupa is there, different, that's a different thing. But it's different. That's there. I'm there, but if I now say I have had 2 lives in my life. I was a layperson. For 8 years, I was a layperson. I had a different name, I had everything. But now I'm a different person. So it's the same, in my same life, I am not 2 persons. True enough, if somebody calls me by my earlier name, I'm back. Yes, I know that that's myself. But just so the child, the thing is, even in a person's life, this is true. So the important thing is that these the rich picture that when you get rid of that, then you are on the path. So this is something that we have to be conscious of. And then finally, when from there, I think people are leaving, possibly still later, states not with 1 more. Then we go to the Karanimetta Sutta. And the Karanimetta Sutta, now a person has now learned, educated oneself from knowing the Mangala Sutta. What is it? You can reach up to that stage. And then you get confidence in the Dhamma and the qualities in the Dhamma, it's mentioned. And the Ratana Sutta is efficacious because, it's something articulated by the Buddha himself. Unlike there are 2 suttas like that, the Paritta just called, and also this Piritha, the Ratana Sutra. And the Ratana Sutra had, when the Buddha went to Vesali, it was very efficient. And then the Paramita Sutta, by that also, the Buddha's word to bhikkhus, and when they went back, the devas and others who were creating problems, they loved him, they liked him, they liked the bhikkhus, they are not harmed. So the thing is, if a person, so with that background, these are systems, that interesting system, saying that if you want that, if you want to wish that, develop these qualities. Start Paranimet Takusalena, Yantan Santam Padan, Santa Padan, you won't ban it. You are desirous of that. You can't just do that. You just desirous. You have to follow, you have to develop these qualities. Support and confidence in yourself. You can do that. I can do that. The confidence that is required. Support. You be upright. Your vocal actions and your physical actions be upright. Don't the 5%. Follow the 5%. Some are Kammanta, some are Ajiva, some are Vacha. All those things are there. Upright. Suju. Sapoju, just suju. You mentally also have to be upright. The thing is, you can have physically and vocally, you can, but your mentally still you have your attachments. The attachments are there, the anger is there, all those things are there. It's sometimes, if you are controlled, it doesn't erupt. It's sometimes a volcano, it's like a volcano, it doesn't erupt. But if it conditioned person, it would erupt, and then the problems come. So, the most important one thing, suacha is, it's not obedient, but the thing is, here we're listening to guidance. Somebody gives you advice, correct advice, follow that. Suacha, that's a suacha person. So that obedience comes that way. That when somebody tells you something with really hard, with a good heart, you are doing the wrong thing. Then it's only a person with arrogance. How would you say? Why you tell me that? Why should you tell me that? But suacha, a person with that quality, is always receptive with the suacha person. Buddhu gentle. So that means, your humbleness, the acceptance, you always have this, the I, oh, I have been this, I have been this, I have this, it's not, so nobody should have it. Everybody in the service of the Buddha has done good deed, but that doesn't mean that I have done it. And that's why I didn't like my name to be repeated so much in the report. So the thing is, I didn't create anything, but I didn't like. But the point is, you have to, that type of humbleness is there. Humility is important. If you want to go on this path, the future, and it goes on like that. One important aspect is Nipatapanya. Nipatapanya is judicious, pragmatic. When your thoughts, in this pragmatic, judicious. Nipatapanya will be the goal. It's important. Not on the wrong side, but the correct side. It's important. So that, the thing is, we know that, by having loving kindness, you are able to tame an animal. But things, if that dog is there, you say, might have loving kindness to animal, the dog may bite you. But it's best to avoid that. If there is any, that's there in the Sambhasa Sutta is mentioned. If there is any calamity, don't avoid that as much as possible. Don't go head on to the hurricane. If there's tornado, you're driving the car, stop, see, wait. So these are precautions that you take. That's an important judicial decision, pragmatic decisions. It's extremely important. So like that, everything is mentioned in 14. And finally it says, do not do anything. If another vice person censors you, don't do that. And that's why even in public pointers, even sometimes when you are on yourself, you may be a bit out of control. But thing is, will I do this in the presence of this? If I go do that, then don't do that. That's right. The bad is bad, whether you're alone or you're not. And then you have to, that type of development you require. And then we say, after that, Sabbe Sattva Siddhipata. We have all been sweet. Sabbe Sattva. So that's the Karuna comes. The important thing of Karuna, the Maitri. And in the Karuna Sutta, it's given. Yekechipana Bhutati Tasada Nara Anusis. Digha Mahanta. That's how you spread your metta. How do you do that? And how do you do that? The accomplishments should be very interesting. As you all know, is how a mother will love his only child. The love that comes from a mother to a child is a natural. It's not something that you are forcing. You can force yourself to do metta. So maybe the initial stages, you have something of in feeling, you may try to develop yourself and say, let's have our metta on him. But that's your training yourself. It's a period of training. But you have to train yourself in such a way, it's a boundless pariman, the boundless metta, and how the love that comes, oozes out from the loving heart of a mother. It's just there. It's just there. And that's the type of metta, loving kindness that one has to develop. So this is something, and when you see that, I say it's the foremost Paritta. During a time when the people of this country had a very bad time on the colonial rule. What was used by the big fools is the market. It gives everything that is required for a layperson to be happy, to be blissful finally. So the Mangal Sutta, the Ratana Sutta, and the Karaniyamet Sutta is the gist. You can call it the gist. And if you just follow that, if you take it yourself, you'll be a changed person. And that's what's required. And that's why we chanting. The chanting, one aspect is the chanting is melodious, sonorous. People even go to sleep with that. And that's the beauty of the Pali Suttas. Well, the Pali Suttas can be chanted. I remember somebody's father telling me, it's not possible for me to chant the Bible. I can't take the Bible and chant the Bible. It's very difficult to chant. But we can chant the Piritha. It's so soothing. With that soothing, along with that, a deep, knowledge of the Dhamma, with the Dhamma, the qualities, are imparted by the Maha. So that's important. And then I think with that I conclude my this is 1 hour. I conclude my talk. And then the final, we finish with the Maha Charmangala. It's interesting, the Maha Charmangala is the Bhakta Charmangala Ashtaka. Jamalashtaita, Bhavam, Sahasana. So that's the, but here, Maha. So this, it's the Maha Chandra. And there it is said in one of the verses that start, Nakti me sarananya, Buddho me sarananya, Nakti me sarananya, Dhammo me sarananya, Nakti me sarananya, Sangho me sarananya, Kete me sanchara, Kete me jana. Three highest blessing, the Buddha, refuge, the Buddha from himself. Bhakti means there is no other refuge. Bhakti means sarananya. Buddha means sarananya, the highest sarana, refuge, the Buddha. And with that asseveration, and say to others, with that, may you all be happy. And, yeah. Yes. 6. If there are any questions, please. What? Eh?
You have said that we will talk and advise Bhante. Thank you. Somebody, Samantha Jayatilaka. So no questions, I think. Agree with. I think that we join that new one.
All right, all are tied. All are tied.
Venerable
So-
Thero, if I can ask a question, can you hear, Venerable Thero? Now, today everyone is talking of meditation.
An achievement, the AGM is the achievement, your general meeting of the service of the Buddha. The grand, and all are happy after 1 year's good health. Once so fast, I said, as I mentioned in my earlier talk, Paricharya, service, all what you're doing is service. Service for the good of men. One's own good and also for the good of the society. And keep it on, keep it on. And for which you need the blessing of the Devas. And let us listen. With that, the Devas. Ettavata chamyehi sambhadan punya sampadan sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ettavata chamyehi sambhadan punya sampadan sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Bhakta chamyehi sambhadan punya sampadan sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Dhamme nyati nanhoti sukhita punyati. Idang me jati nang hoti sukhita punyate. Dhanne jati nanto Sukita jate Bhavatu Sanda Mangalam Rakhantu Sabda Devata Sabda Buddhanubhavena Sabda Dhammanubhavena Sabda Sanghanubhavena Sada Sakhi Bhavantu Te Akasatthata Gummatha Devanaga Vaidhika Punyantan Anumoditva Chiram Rakhantu Puneharu Akasatthata Gummatha Devanaga Vaidhika Punyantan Anumoditva Chiram Rakhantu Desanam Akasatthata Gummatha Devanaga Punyantan Anumoditva Chiram Rakhantu Sada. You know, being happy. Did one son.